Overwatch is the next big release of the year. It's coming out today or last night, I guess. It was huge. You know, the beta broke records. It had almost 10 million players. It was insane how many people were playing this, how many people seem to love this game. But is it all it's cracked up to be, or does it fall short of what the hype has built up? Let's talk about Overwatch. In my review of this game, this is Nerd Gaming. I don't have an intro yet, but when I get one figured out, that's where we'll go. Either way, Overwatch was, excuse the clickbait kind of title or thumbnail, but it's probably one of the best games I've ever played. It's so easy to get into, and it's so easy to not be good at, but still be good at. I think that there's basically a role in this game no matter what skill level you are, because in June they're going to put in ranked games, so you're not just going to be with anybody, good or bad, so that'll work itself out. So that's an update that they're going to have, and so maybe when that happens, it'll be a little better. At the same time, though, everyone's just starting to play now, so it's not really a matter of being good at the game. It's just being a matter of being good in video games in general. So I think it's a great time to jump in because the game did just start. So of course it's a great time to jump in. The game features a lot of interesting heroes and stuff, which are fantastic. And there are 4 main classes. And if you're not good at shooters, if you're not good at video games in general, you can just play the healer, which is kind of what I did for parts of this. And there are some very overpowered strategies by using the healer, but I think that even if you're not using a healer, or even if you're terrible at video games, there's a character you can find that you'll be great with, because there's so many different characters in this game that if you don't like one, if you're not good at one, then you can find a different character to be good at. Not everyone's going to be great as Tracer, because there's a lot of Tracers. You might think everyone's going to be good as Tracer. Not everyone's good as Tracer, but some people can be good at Winston. You know, there's characters that for everyone. Everyone can be good at one character, and I think that's fantastic. So, it's a game like that where it's really easy to jump into because you'll find a character that you like. Also, the style of this game is fantastic. It's fun. Like, Winston is a giant monkey wearing glasses. It's fantastic. You know, it's comedic. It's kind of anime. It's anime-ish. There's already a lot of Rule 34 out for it if you like that. I think that Overwatch is, like I said, just one of the most fun shooters I've ever played. It's so very good at being fun and being just something that lives up to expectations, even the crazy high expectations that you might already have from it based on people talking about it. This game is very easy to jump into. The combat and everything is very fun. It's very fast-paced, so it's not slow, but it's also not Call of Duty run out and either get a lot of kills or die very quickly. It's run out and play as a team, and it's one of these games where it's competitive in the way that you have to balance out your classes. You have to have you have to have probably at least one support character and at least one tank, one defensive character, and then you have to have some offensive characters so that you can actually deal some damage. You might think that this is a bit hard to balance out, but before you start each game, it'll say like, hey, you don't have as many you have no support characters, that's kind of a red flag, or you have too many offensive players, that's a red flag, you don't have enough, you have not enough damaging players, like just plain offensive characters, or you don't have enough defense, you know, you need a tank, things like that. So, when things like that happen, it's interesting because, of course, it's creating the kind of the formula of there are 4 classes, and you just have to balance out between them all. It's not hard to do because it tells you what to do. So, like I said, this is a very easy game to jump into if you're not great at games. However, with that being said, it's not something just for casuals. It's still a very competitive game. It's just, like I said, still fun even if you're bad at it. For about the first 2 hours of playing this game, I was doing terrible at it. Did not figure anything out. I was using characters that were not right for me, that I was not good at. But oh my god, I was still having such a fun time. The game itself is so bright and colorful. The power-ups and stuff, the special abilities are also great. The guns and customization is fantastic. There's just so much life in this game that it's really fun to play, even if you're bad at it. But if you're really good at it, then it's just more fun because, you know, like, video games are always kind of better when you're good at them. Maybe not like when you're just slaughtering everybody, when you're the greatest player of all time. Maybe it's not as great then, but this is still a fun game where you're not even getting as much enjoyment out of just killing everybody as you are of taking objectives, because that is still very fun and interesting and everything around it. Like I said, the game has life to it. It has a light that emits from it. There's creativity in there. You can see that there's a love for games in there because it's Blizzard. And Blizzard makes fantastic games. Like, Blizzard has made World of Warcraft. They made Diablo. They make games that are iconic. that don't go away, that are consistently going to be great and going to be played for years after their release. So, getting Overwatch at $60, not a bad investment, because as you're getting it for the high price, well, you're keeping that, you're having that high price. However, it's a game that you're not really going to stop playing for a few years. Because from what I've played of it, which is at least 10 hours at this point, I never stopped having fun with it. I never had less fun, so that's a plus side. At the same time, though, it never really became a sense of feeling like it was getting old or anything, and I feel like this game is going to be timeless for a while. I feel like it's going to be probably at least 2 or 3 years before they put out Overwatch 2, and this is a game that people were debating, like, should this be free to play? And I was thinking, because it's like Team Fortress 2. The biggest recommendation is, if you like Team Fortress 2, you will fucking love Overwatch, because it's much better than Team Fortress 2. And I do like Team Fortress 2, I will say that. I don't hate it. But, what I'm going to say is, they were having debates like, should it be free to play? Today I say, no, because I want to give Blizzard money for creating this game. That's how great it is. This is probably just one of the greatest games I've ever played. And, like, I've played some pretty great games. I've played fantastic games, and Overwatch just blows everything away just by how much fun I'm having, how great everything looks, because the graphics are fine if you're someone who's a nitpicker over graphics, like the people who were giving Metacritic reviews for Fallout 4. You're gonna love this. It's fine, like, you can, like, totally adjust your graphics and everything, so even if you don't have a great PC, like a great computer, it's still fun. Like, you're gonna be able to adjust it. You can make it look a little worse so that it will play a little better, which I think is great, because, like, I don't have, like, the fucking supercomputer, but I do have a pretty decent computer, and I was able to run Overwatch on it. Like, I mean, like I said, I don't have a piece of shit, but I don't have an Alienware or something of that caliber. I didn't build my computer myself. With that being said, it still works fine. This is still a game that you can scale up and down to make it better, to make it work better with what your systems are, with what your specs look like. So, there's no real worries there, as long as you have, like, the right RAM, the right memory and everything. Graphics aren't too big of a deal because you can adjust them. So that's fantastic, so don't worry about that. And if you are worried about that, if you have a PlayStation or an Xbox, it's still fine to play that on. I played this most of the time with a controller, like an Xbox One controller. It worked fine. You know, it's great. I do play shooters on PC. I play Counter-Strike and stuff. I play Team Fortress, like I said. I like it. I don't hate it. Don't hate me for it. Don't hate me for saying that Overwatch is way better than it. But I do kind of like the simplicity of just leaning back with the controller, and you can do that. It has controller support, so that's also another plus. And like I said, there's a wider range of characters that you can play different ways. There are 4 classes, defensive being my least favorite, just because it's just defensive. Like, you know, it's not the most fun one to play as. Offensive being my second least favorite, because I'm not that good at it. And then tank and support are great. Support, you're not getting too into it. Support is really like, you're helping the team overly, but it's probably best for the worst person on the team to be playing the support character. So, it's still fun. Like I said, you can still have a lot of fun with support, because you're not dying as much, you're not losing, so ultimately I was kind of having a lot of fun just healing people, and you do die, you do get into some action, but healing people is ultimately still great, because you're still playing this game, and it's a strategic game. Like, one of the strategies I was doing that felt almost like it was cheating was just capturing an objective. It was kind of a hut. There's 4 entry points, and the tank would stand in the middle. I was in a corner. I was consistently healing it. It was protecting me and killing everything else, so there was no way that I was getting hurt, and I was healing it as it got hurt. It felt like it was cheating. It was just that easy, and there are counters to it. It's just that no one was killing me. They were all just focusing on that person. If they had gone after me, they would have countered our strategy. So yes, there are ways to counter strategies like that in this game. However, you just have to know how to do it. It's a very strategic game, but it can also be played as a very casual shoot-'em-up game if you just wanted to do that. But like I said, they do give you options like maybe have more support characters and everything. So it's very easy to play competitive, and you don't have to plan out with your team like, okay, well, I'm doing this, you should do that. You just have to say, okay, so there's 6 tracers. Someone stop being fucking tracer. That's the argument that you'll mostly get into if you have to balance out the team. What do you think? Have you played Overwatch before? Do you own it? Does this review want you to go get it, or make you not want to go get it? I don't know why, because I've been praising this thing the whole time. This is a 10 out of 10 game. It's fucking fantastic. I've not found a problem with it yet, and I've played about 10 hours of it. I think that the fun of this game overwhelms any problems that I probably would find, because there's nothing that's game-breaking, nothing that ruins it for me. The graphics are fantastic. The characters are fun. like I said, this is the first video game in a long time that I'm just like, it's so fun. Like, look at Uncharted, it's like, that game rides on, like, story and everything, and it's got fantastic graphics, and it is, the gameplay and stuff is great. This is, like, one of those games where the highest thing I want to praise about it is just how fucking fun, how much fun I had playing this game. And I would really recommend it on anything PS4 or Xbox One. Just get it for what you want, what you have. If you enjoy this, you can subscribe for more. You can subscribe for more game reviews once I play games and want to review them. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and comment your thoughts on the game down below. And I'll see you all next time.